So here's where we left you last time. I had to plastic weld the arm on my drone, and it was a solid 24 or 48 hours of pure terrifying waiting. But I am happy to report that the drone is good. The drone flies, it responds, everything seems to be okay, so fingers crossed she's all right. Unfortunately, it does not fold up anymore, so I had to get it a new home. So this is its new home, the Bricks of Happiness drone case. It's actually meant for a handgun. I picked it up at Walmart, you know, it was cheap. Just sits right in here. It still folds up, but the antenna feet don't fold in anymore, so it doesn't fit in the case that came with it. But that's okay, I like this. It's a little bulkier, obviously, but everything's protected. I also don't have to unscrew and screw these in all the time, so that saves you a few minutes. Batteries all fit in there, so that'll do. Well, after a couple wonderful evenings at this spot that we came to after the movie theater, we are headed out. Heading north, gonna go on some adventures. Would you guys like to come?
All right, about 15 years ago, I came to visit a dear friend in the Seattle area, and while I was here, I loved my stay, and I grabbed 2 pamphlets back in the day when they had pamphlets. One was for whale watching, and the other was for a little Christmas town called Leavenworth. And I said, the next time I come back to Washington, I'm gonna go do both of these things. Well, we are checking the first one off the list. We are going on a whale watching tour. I am so excited. I woke up this morning and just like bounced out of bed and I was ready to go.
So before we get into this and we head out and we go see whales and we have a blast of a time, we do want to preface. Eric. What's up, dude? Have to get a poop bag for mom. I assume for Cinnamon, not actually for mom. Hopefully mom's not pooping outside somewhere. Anyway, Kitty, Eric, thank you guys so much for the recommendation for the tours. Even though you told us to go to Canada, we actually can't right now because neither one of us have passports. And we can't get them in the amount of time that we're up here for, so we're actually taking a tour on this side of the pond. Hopefully it's amazing. Here we go.
The water level rises all the way to those life rafts, they actually automatically deploy. And at that point we go on a helicopter ride because the Coast Guard's gonna come find us. And your whale watch just turned into a helicopter journey. Anyone excited about that? Yeah! Yeah! Well, honestly guys, the likelihood of that happening twice in 1 week are very, very slim.
So what do you think?
It's super cool.
Yeah?
I'm a little bummed that there's no orcas today though, not gonna lie. Freaking fast swimmers. They can't be trusted.
More trash. As you can see, it is an absolutely beautiful day on the water. We are hanging out with one gray whale. No orcas in sight today by any of the boats. They all work together so that they can, you know, get the best viewings. Looks like this guy's kind of the only one hanging out, so a little bit slow day, super chill, but still a really good time. Jonah's holding down the bottom. Hey, what are you doing? She got tired of standing? That was a fish.
Yeah?
I'm pretty sure.
We then toured under Deception Pass Bridge, which we learned it was called that because it's not a little bay the way it looks, but actually a narrow passageway where the entire Skagit Bay meets the Pacific Ocean. So whether tide is high or low, there's so much water going through this narrow passageway that it creates very turbulent, swirly, twirly water. It's very hard to navigate through. Kayaks and canoes, swimmers, no one should really go through that water unless they know exactly what they're doing and know the tides. We had the cool showing of a bald eagle trying to fledge her baby from the nest.
Flopping? See us flopping? Do you see him? Do you see him? Trying to baby! Trying to baby!
And one more spout from our friendly gray whale. Hi, Daddy.
Hey buddy, do you love your bunk? Yeah, is it quiet time? Take a nice warm bath, chill in the bunk and check out some Bernstein Bears books. Good morning everyone. I am being very quiet because everybody is still asleep. I am up early, drinking a little coffee, editing a little video, and it's so quiet, and I had to point something out, because I'm editing this video, and I'm going through music right now, and I'm editing the Tillamook video, and that music is just jamming, and I'm in here just rocking out, and then I pause it for a second, or I stop to do something, and I'm like, I should probably be quiet. I think I'm doing it quietly, but you just never know. But that's not why I grabbed you this morning yet. I wanted to show you what's going on back here. I hope I have enough light. This is how dark our bedroom is. I can't even get enough light to be able to shoot it. Good morning, everybody. I don't know if you guys can see this, but on the other side, over where that green tree is, there's a bunch of deer over there. Now, of course, they're not anywhere near. But there's a bunch of deer. Look, they're over there playing. Lily's over here trying to make friends with the deer. She just threw out some banana. Ooh, they likey. It's one thing that's amazing up in the Northwest is just how much wildlife there is out and about and how much they just don't care that you're around. Unless you're giving them snacks. Mari, stay. Mari likes the wildlife too. Oh, Lily almost hit that one. You almost hit that one in the nose with it. Bananas. Look at those ones over there playing. Every time I put the camera over there, they stop. How cool is that?
Did you see how close he came?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so we came to Anacortes, which is right on the very tippity tip of Washington, to see the whales. And we saw the gray whale, which was awesome. And while we were here, right next to the whale touring company, we noticed this huge marina parking area, and all of the signs said 72-hour parking. Nothing said no camping in your vehicle, so we thought, hey, let's give it a shot. We have successfully stayed here for 3 nights, and being the rule followers that we are, We've maxed out our 72-hour time limit, and it's time for us to move on. We're actually pulling away from the ocean today. But before we do, check out this gorgeous view that we've had right outside of our window for 3 whole days.
It was right about here that we were going to wrap up this video and say that we would see you in the next one. As we headed out of Anacortes, we noticed off in the distance, down by a little tiny harbor, a shipwreck, or what we thought was a shipwreck. What it turned out to be was the La Merced, which was a schooner built in 1917 during the shipbuilding boom of World War I. It was scuttled here in 1966 and now lives out its days as a wall of this little tiny harbor. You can walk right down to it along a path that twists out of a neighborhood, and it's just a super cool sight. I actually wasn't able to find anything about it except for on Atlas Obscura, so thank you, Atlas. Anyway, have a good day. Like, subscribe, leave us a comment. Make sure you hit the little bell so you don't miss our next video. We shall see you soon. Into the Cascades we go.